I'm Shavi with Sula Health, and I am your integrative nutrition health coach. In this video, we're going to be talking about lifestyle suggestions. Now, being healthy is more than just what we put in our body or just eating well. It's how we get it into our body that counts. And what are we doing to maintain good, healthy habits? So, I'm going to provide you some examples of some goals and some action steps that you can do in order to implement it and make sure that you're actually going to reach your goal. So, going forward, if you want to get a pen and paper, write down some of these things, come up with your own. But I also want you to come up with some action steps that you can do to make sure that you are moving in the right direction. And to ensure that you're moving in the right direction, I need you to come up with a way in which you're going to track your progress, which is important. So, the first thing that we're going to go over is eating habits. Now, one of the goals you can set for yourself is avoid microwaves. I do prefer to use a toaster oven or the regular oven. You can use gas to cook instead of electric, or cook over open fire. You know, a good bonfire, especially around this time if it's getting cold outside, is really good for your soul. Use spring water versus tap water. Now, if you're near death and you're dehydrated, I don't think that's the time to be picky. You know, if like, oh, I'm dying of dehydration. Can anybody have some water? And you put it up and like, is this Dasani? Because I only drink Dasani. Drink that water, okay? But you should prefer to use good quality water, okay, versus tap water, because there's a lot of other things that's in tap water that may not be good for you with continuous use. So there's some things to think about. Research the water quality in your area and then chew your foods well. Don't like guzzle it down. Take time to really taste the food. I call it eating meditation. Be present. Be aware of what you're eating, because I don't know about you, but this did happen to me. I was just eating, eating an apple, and then I looked down and there was a bug, a worm in my apple, and I was about to eat it. But I stopped. I stopped myself because I looked at my apple. I was present, and that worm did not go in my body. Something to think about. After that, I tried to just see what I'm putting in my mouth. But to be honest with you, I actually don't know how many bugs I ate because I didn't look. But that's why it's a goal. We're going to chew our food well and we're going to be present, which means we're going to allow ourselves to have 30 seconds per mouthful, which would be like this. I'm not going to count the whole time, but you get the point. And those were some of the examples that you can set as goals, but come up with your own. Make it creative, make it fit your lifestyle. But remember, you're going to need to come up with the action steps and ways to track your progress. Now, with the relationships, now the non-food sources also nourishes our body on a deeper level, more than the food itself. And meaningful interactions help build those deeper connections with our loved ones. And honest, open relationships also feeds our souls and will make you feel better. And it's just a good food source, and it makes the secondary food not much of importance. I mean, you're still going to eat the food, but building the relationships will give you that nourishment that you need. So some of the goals that you can set is view everyone with gratitude, even the people that we do not like. For example, somebody's messing with you, or being really negative. Use them as case studies and be like, I'm using this interaction as a case study to to allow me to be more in control of my feelings, because not every day I'm going to be able to work with a psychotic person. I'm just saying, case studies, use them as case studies, and be your best. Do your best to be open and be on good terms with people. I mean, life is too short to be on bad terms. And to be honest with you, chances are you're not even going to remember why you are on bad terms. Communicate with your loved ones on a regular basis. Talk to them. Let them know how you feel. Let them know that you are important. So it could be an action step for that. Could be, I'm going to call my family, call my elders in the morning. I'm going to call the young ones at night, or I'm going to call this person is on Sunday. That's the time that I talk to this person, or Monday is that person's time. So come up with some action steps that's going to allow you to really accomplish those goals, and come up with your own, how you want to strengthen those relationships. And now let's talk about hygiene. And hygiene is more than just brushing your teeth and taking a bath, which we should all be doing, but practicing good personal hygiene also help keeps us healthy. And taking time to care for yourself will not only make you feel great, but it will decrease illnesses and increase your natural energy. So some of the goals that we can implement would be increase circulation by, like body massages or hot towel scrub or sugar scrub, all those DOIs. Look it up. I'm sure there's a channel for a scrub. Avoid wearing some synthetic clothing. That might be a hard one to implement, especially if you have a wardrobe full of polyester. I hope you don't, but avoid wearing synthetic. And wear natural fibers such as 100% cotton. Just before you purchase something, just turn it over, see what it's made of, and then make that purchase. In order for you to accomplish this, let's say your action step could be, I'm going to research all the brands that really sell natural fibers, and that would make it a little bit easier to buy clothes that are made from natural fibers. Now the next goal would be to use toothpaste, natural toothpaste, and cosmetics. Like, duh, I use toothpaste, but let's try to make it natural toothpaste. There's a lot of brands that are out there that are natural. Research it the same way that you would research the clothes. Brands that are making natural fibered clothes, you're going to do that the same for your cosmetics. And avoid chemically perfumed cosmetics. So look for paraffin free or sulfate. Look, it's gonna be on the package. So make sure you read that, and try to stick with that stuff. And I promise you, it's gonna take some time. It's going to take some time, because I tried changing my deodorant. It didn't work. It did not work. So I'm still in search for a good natural deodorant, because I promise you, like, these natural deodorants, like, you have to put them in your bag and just keep them on you at all times, especially in the heat, because you got, is that me? And then you have to do one of these, make sure that is not you. And it was me. I was so funky. So I went through a lot until I found the one that works with my body chemistry. And then you can try to, like, ease your way into it. Like, don't go cold turkey on a hot summer day with that brand new natural deodorant and you don't know how it works for you. You're going to be disappointed. I promise you, you're going to be disappointed. So those are my action steps. I'm going to try and gradually introduce myself to natural cosmetics and healthcare stuff. Okay. brace yourself for that one. Good luck though, but I really want to hear about your progress, especially if you try to change your deodorants. It's good for you because a lot of deodorants has a lot of aluminum in it. And then having a positive attitude creates a positive living environment, and a positive living environment helps leads to a more goal oriented lifestyle. And it's just positivity all the way around. So some of the goals that you can set is to give generously of yourself and your resources, but do not go broke. Okay? Don't just give it all away because you still got to do some self-care. So life is all about balance. Balance. You can choose to do 10%. You could volunteer 10% of your time. I'm going to volunteer 10% of my time to the homeless shelter or the food pantry. It's just be wise, okay? But give, and give generously enough of no's. Say no generously because that helps create balance. And then live each day happily. That's hard. I know. That is hard. For me, my go-to when I'm feeling really bad is toe socks. Yes, I put them toe socks on and I just wiggle my toes, and I don't know why, but it just makes me happy. Don't judge me. The little things that matter. It really does. And I want you to focus on solutions, not on the problem. So you had those conversations and somebody just want to talk about the problem, and I'm going to be honest with you. I became like, what's the goal of this conversation? Can we have a goal? Because I'm focusing on a solution. If you don't have a goal, if you don't have a solution, we don't need to be talking. Because why is going to put me in a negative headspin, and I don't want that. All good vibes, lifestyle, happy, just no. Okay, so solution based really does help. Sing a song daily, even if you cannot sing, still sing, because that's going to make you laugh. And it's a domino effect. So definitely try to do that and foster a good sense of humor. You don't want to be that person that you have to explain the joke to, because if you did, you're failing. Okay, don't be that person. Do not be that person. Moving on. And then give thanks before and after your meal, because there's going to come a time where you're not going to be able to eat that lobster tail, snow crab legs, or steak and potatoes. Some days it will be a ramen day. So you're definitely going to have to give thanks before and after. And remember, these are goals, and you're going to have to come up with action steps, but it's going to take some time. But it takes the first step. The first step, which then leads to the second step, and you get the point. Forward movement. And then create a good positive attitude, which will lead to a wonderful environment. If you haven't heard about it, I would recommend that you look up the law of attraction. What you think about is what you bring about. So it's going to be hard, but you're going to have to fake it till you make it. Find something to have a positive attitude, because it will go a long way. Now we're going to move into meditation and exercising, and learning to recharge your body through meditation and exercise is important for overall health. And daily exercise help improve your heart function and decrease the risk of disease. And quieting the mind through meditation cultivates a greater appreciation through life. So one of the goals with that starting out is treat yourself to some daily quiet time. Even if it's, in the morning, if you want to get up a little bit earlier before your family wakes up, which I love doing. I have some me time, or if I get off of work, I will, take some time to just sit and gather my thoughts. before I go in the house. So come up with some ways that you're going to move towards that goal. And then study, pray, meditate. Those are my favorite things. I'm always looking to self improve, and I highly encourage you to do the same. Study, pray, and meditate. SPM. SPM. Study, pray, and meditate. Probably should come up with a shirt. But no. Now, we'll just remember that. Study, pray, and meditate. So find a time when you're going to study, when you're going to pray, and when you're going to meditate. Include exercise as part of your daily life. Now, exercising is just getting that body movement moving. You don't have to go to the gym and lift some weights. It's just getting the body moving. So I like to wake up if I have to clean the house. I use that as an opportunity. Squat when I'm picking something up. I might move a little bit faster to get my heart rate moving, like mop it a little bit faster, or sweep, or lift some things. So consider that. And then try yoga, Pilates, running and dancing, etc. You get the point. Find a activity that you're going to enjoy, and then also try something new, because you just don't know. Maybe you might like to go surfing. Who knows? You never know until you try. And then moving on to home practices. Now, maintaining a healthy home environment is very important for your well being, because your home environment oftentimes is an external representation of what's going on in the inside. For me, if my house is a mess, then I am a mess. If it's disorganized, I am disorganized, and that is a no go on my watch. So I'm just going to be honest with you right now, I'm disorganized. Struggle is real, but I'm working to become organized. So every time I enter a room, I try to organize it. I like packing, I like putting stuff in bins and labeling it. Do not judge me. That's just what I do. I keep your house in good order. So in order to do that, to say, okay, well, if I put this in this place, I'm gonna make sure it's a home. I'm not going to take my jacket off and put it on the couch, which I have a tendency of doing that. But you want to make small steps. Small steps are lasting steps. And then use some fresh air. Open up the window. Let the fresh air come, especially when it starts to get a little bit cool outside. Oh, I love it. I like the smell of it. I like the feel of it on my skin. And I also like when I shut it, because it can get too cold. And watch TV sparingly. I know. Game of Thrones is serious. Serious. But just pick a time. Pick a time, set an hour or 2 hours on a weekend. It's up to you, but really make those action steps, and then create a place where your loved ones can gather and really bond during mealtime. It can be at the dining room table, it can be in the backyard, or a picnic, whatever it is you really want to bond with your family, because that's like killing two birds with one stone. That's building a good relationship, and it also is helping improve your home environment and home practices. And that's about it. So just going over, if you have that pencil, just write some notes down. If you want to add to the list, subtract to the list, come up with the action plan, but also come up with a way in which you're going to track your progress. Track it, because I don't know about you, but when I wake up and say, okay, I took 30 minutes of cleaning, and then you step back and it might still look a little messy. I'm like, dang, I didn't do nothing. Not true. Not true. I did something, because this area looks way better than what it looked like before I started. So do not be so hard on yourself. Do not. I'm Shavi. I am your integrative nutrition health coach. Struggle unites us all. You're never alone. Make sure you hit the subscription button below. If you're one of my clients, you will have access to this form and all the other forms that I have to give you, as well as some free handouts. So, um, best wishes to you on your journey. The struggle is real, but we will get there.